4256.
Oh, bro, how do you feel about this? Is your core engaged?
Invoke the 25th Amendment, or you want Joe Biden to continue allowing his clone to be president? Text 5, and you can vote as many times you want. Oh, there you go. And it'll be as real as the news tells us, as they all tell us the same thing. Oh my God.
It's gonna happen.
Just like they've told us 15 days into slow the spread. Keep your doctor, keep your plan. 15 more days to count the votes to figure out who won or did not win in this election. I've booted everybody off Twitter. I only follow Cernanich and Scott Adams. That's it.
Fake news. Fake.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have as my guests tonight two gentlemen who need no introduction.
Who are you? I need to talk to you about a serious concern.
It's about the what?
This is nothing but moshing. Single riffs over riffs, nothing but ripping in the name of riffs. Whiskey in the surf for 106.3 Denver's top iconic rock.
First Amendment. Second Amendment.
Let's go. Sing along, you nerds.
Totally fake.
None of it's real.
None of it. Nothing.
Deep Cuts on Denver's top iconic rock. How are you folks doing on a fine Saturday? If this is finding your ear holes, we're in the lab. We've got DJ Phant0m set on deep tracks.
I need love, oh, but you got it, a certain kind of love.
Now I've got a love for deep tracks. I love deep tracks as much as Andrea Cuomo loves grabbing somebody's tits. No, show me your nipple rings. Oh no, did the state release another bombshell report about the massive deaths in the nursing homes? Well, get out of my way. I want to show you two handfuls of bombshell right now. Oh. Here in the pre-show, folks, I gotta put these stories together so you and I can laugh and see what's coming up later. Signs that Biden's foreign policy towards China may resemble Trump's foreign policy. Oh no. Is that good or bad? Orange man bad, unless he did something good that we didn't talk about, then we're going to say it's our idea. According to Ball Gosar, big tech getting a 15% discount to hire foreign workers over Americans. China appears to warn India, push too hard on the lights. You turn the lights out in India, they are going to rage at that border and take over China. They can do it. Because the Indian folks have true human freedom, a true democracy. We'll stand against your communist encroachment, your lack of creativity, your lack of ingenuity, your ability to take over countries and make it look like you didn't do it. So here we are, humans standing in the name of human freedom, looking at you and your encroaching soldiers heading to a foreign border and say no. As is our God-given right to not be captured. And if you won't go along with the global war, then what we will do is push a domestic war. And then once we have the domestic quarrels inside, that we are going to send in, oh no, it's the blue helmets. All of a sudden you have a globalist occupying force in your country in the name of safety. Now what kind of a glowing media would sell that ruse? If you believe in freedom, you're a Neanderthal. If you deny being a Neanderthal, it proves you're a Neanderthal. It's a Kafka trap. Hi, how are you? Now I'm pushing Neanderthal fragility. He'll make Bigfoot great again. Whenever I want it. That was the outfield.
Pandora. Here's the deal. If you tap that banner, you'll get a free 30-day trial of Pandora Music with no ads.
Okay.
That means all your favorite stations with zero interruptions.
Can I still listen to my Deep Cuts?
For your free trial, if you're digging ad-free music, sign up for just $5 a month. Half the price of other ad-free...
Who do I complain about those 3 country songs that played in the middle of this week? What happened? That palm mute coming from one Edward Van Halen, rest in peace.
Okay, I'll do what I want if I choose. I can take the fall as a choice. It's my destiny in my hand.
Which song?
Yes, up to me.
I gotta do some deep dive and learn about this. Hang on. Hear what love can do unless you buy my tequila. No, you move to Mexico, we take away your guns, but we always allow you to have 2 fistful of Cabo Wabo. No, I'm excited. I'm going to Mexico in May. Hon, when are we going? May? Lovely Shannon is at Graceland today. How about that? Going to see where the almighty Elvis is still alive. Oh my God. was from a 1995 album called Balance, one of the 5 singles issued for the album. The only one, this was the only one, folk, to reach #1 on the Billboard Album Rocks chart. Now, why wasn't cancel culture around in 1995 to make sure that Sammy Hagar was no longer the frontman of Van Halen? It's Deep Cuts. We're all learning together. Unless the Deep Cuts are so awful that the show gets a case of sepsis and I gotta put back on the Rock Ragers, I will. I'll do it. Now, where is my mandatory government-based riff insurance? If you're not doing heroin in a hookah bar during this riff, what are you doing? Ease the seat back. Let's see, we were locked in our homes. They're bringing in occupying forces. They're incentivizing the big tech with the 15% tax break to bring in non-American workers, which if you're here to make America better and come in and do the right, God bless you, hurry up, get here. Why don't we have a program where we send nerds from other countries to where we are, and then we send American badasses to where they are. Then we bang all their women. I mean, are you getting your check for $1,400? Where's my $2,000, Joe Biden? First of all, if we say that you're a Neanderthal, and by our designation of you, and also the banking and Google charter that says Neanderthals are no longer allowed to use the internet. And if you're not allowed to use the internet, then you're not allowed to use our digital currency. You'll be stripped of everything, which is why we have been psyoping you with shows like Naked and Afraid. How to live in a storage container. How to dig a hole in the ground in Oregon and live in a rabbit hut. Take away all your money, give you the inability to get any more credit, any more bank loans to get your business started, continue to lock down your business, continue to make it impossible for small businesses to stay around so the major corporations can steer America's ship with China's foreign policy. I have not watched a single... You know, why? Okay, how about this? I could learn everything I want about, what's an international sport you guys would all know? Tennis, heard of it? Grass court, clay court, men, women, short shorts, mini skirts, coming when they swing the racket, coming when they miss. I'm just saying that Bjorn Borg was a psyop to let you know that one day you were going to be forced to join the Borg. Oh, and then there was Johnny McEnroe, the Ultimate American, looking up at the lifeguard chair going, "You suck! Oh, fuck you!" Now, here's the thing. If you played, if you actually knew the game, if you spent a lot of time on the court working on your stroke, get it? Then... you might know the nuances. You might know the players. You might know the ranking system. You might know the tournaments to watch. You might actually physically go to the thing. But in the end, your very fandom did not change any process that the winners in those tournaments were the winners despite whether you or I knew anything about it. And I feel the same way about our current government right now that is just a dog and theater pony show. Oh my God! What do you mean? You're denying COVID relief? And I'm sure that's happening all over the world. And a rushed plan to lock down the entire scope of humanity has failed glowingly in front of all of our eyes. Which is why they're starting to demonize the common characteristics of the people who would stand tall and stand first for humans in the name of human freedom, and making sure that they are being disappeared and deplatformed and turned into digital ghettos with curfews. Why not? Because the only thrills in the night of burning it all down. No, I want to burn down the people trying to burn it down. They have nothing to replace it with. Here's what we do. Why don't we make politician fragility? Where's that book? Do you think any of these people have passion for leadership, passion for government, passion for anything other than sticking their dick in a Chinese spy and then turning on and then having a lawsuit in the name of a failed false flag insurrection at the Capitol? Don't tell me there's no evidence when I can find you 95 memes that have actual evidence. And it's all breaking down the media's hold on your brain, the globalist hold on the Great Reset, the pushback, the economic movement and freedom of free men and women heading to states that will allow them to experience the American dream. And there you'll be in your red state, getting it wet, until the Biden administration turns off all your money. Just look at it in the grand scheme of things, folks. Whatever's coming is coming. Be at the end of your life when you gladfully, thankfully, and joyfully, and confidently step through that veil and realize that you've been alive, as much alive as possible in this entire time, but it was your human ego and physical body that kept you limited. And that is for every single member of this planet. Because we're all having the same experience, where our God-given, endowed rights are being stripped away from us from people who are in control of the culture and therefore in control of the definitions of the very words they're using to lock down your reality while refusing to pay you. Anyways, I better find some stories. Dear God, I can't just rock riff. I mean, I can. What is your show? You just say whatever that pops in your mind next? Okay. According to Elon Musk, Doge spelled backwards is EGOT. Oh boy, here we go. You know, if you think about it, the early alphabets did not have the letter L in it. The name EL was a name for God. Therefore, a letter that referred to the entirety of God would then be what? Idolatry? The basing of the Creator? I'm just saying, I read enough conspiracy blogs that if Elon Musk just says that Doge spelled backwards is EGOT, and I know that Elon, E-L, God on, or go Don, which one is it? Is Donald Trump going to run for president in the year?
Alice Cooper, and I'm taking over.
Is Alice Cooper going to, who does Alice Cooper vote for?
Mode. Join me backstage.
Bro, I do not vote. I drive for show. I putt for dough.
Detroit stories as well as some of my biggest hits.
And I play my biggest hits.
To listen now.
Yeah, listen. When my show's over, go listen to his. It's all on demand on iHeart. How about that? You know this? It's Testament. So many lies. So many lies. So I heard the court reporter had to read all of the lies. It took them 11 hours to cover the week. How did Mitt Romney get that black eye? No, I want to know, how did he get it? You don't think he was part of a blood sacrifice? His bald stick and a sheep. He's covered in the blood of the Osmonds. Chain of the Quarter. Valerie Bertinelli. No, not Val. The other one. Who's no, the Weight Watchers one that looks like her. Marie Osmond swung on a drive. She's been hot for 55 years. How is that possible? Are you telling me you would not take that Illuminati jab and that black lie in the adrenochrome if you could see a chained up Marie Osmond looking like Princess Leia in Jabba's hut? I mean, Jabba the Hutt's lair. Damn it!
I gotta do the whole show over.
No, thank you for forgiving me for so many times I've fucked my own show up. Marie Osmond. How old is Marie Osmond? Guess. Guess. She's born in 1951. She lives in Ogden, Utah. These are Wikipedia pages, 9 pages long, and that's just a list of all their Mormon kids. I'm telling you, she's a smoke show. Oh, Nutrisystem, that's who she works for. Well, look, when you don't watch the news because you don't watch anything... I did listen to Ken Matthews crush it this week on Rush. Very funny. Very funny. And I love what they're doing with the show. I love the mix of old clips. I love the new takes. I love the principled conservatism being brought to you via live entertainment. And for those of you who have discovered the show this week, thank you so much. I was looking around. I'm going around. I was going around the globe. Jiao Savin right now is leading all. No, they're racing between iHeart and Jiao Savin. How do you say that? J-I-O-S-A-A-V-N? What's L-A-V-F? Pocket Cast and RSS Radio and Spreaker coming in. And I get to also see where you ne'er-do-wells live. Hold on, geolocation. Canada, nowhere to be found. Huge in the States. Brazil loves it. Killing it in Australia. Japan, where are you at? India, crushing it. Norway. France. And the UK. Who else? Can I zoom in on this? No. As long as the Russian Federation is listening, I know I'm doing the right thing. Taiwan's in there? Hell yeah. Boy, if anybody knows about the encroaching Chinese state, it will be the fine free people of Taiwan. Now, right now, there is a battle. There is a three-way dance right now in the top cities who are listening to the show. We've got Bozeman, Montana, Langley, Santa Paula there in California, raging Pflugerville in Texas, Corpus. Yeah, that Austin area is popping off right now. Jaipur, India. Where's that? Where's Katrina?
Now
is that close?
Savings.
Shut up.
Deeper savings require deep thoughts. and a deep voice.
Anyways, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening.
For being a new
You see the show being done live. It could be a live show. It could be a rebroadcast of a live show.
Allstate.com.
Could be a best of.
Get a quote. Find out how much you can save.
You can get it streaming live on the iHeart
Saving today.
Media app, which is found
That's deep.
right there on your cell phone in your fat hot hand right now.
Is an optional feature.
Or listen on the desktop.
You buy subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
First of all, we're going to get to the point where this show gets huge and it gets deplatformed, and then my whole job is just mailing people thumb drives.
Here's the deal. If you tap that banner, you'll get a free 30-day trial of Pandora Music with no ads. That means all your favorite stations with 0 interruptions. At the end of your free trial,
We didn't say the Deeeeep Cuts. There's other. I just let DJ Phant0m go on the main setting and just let her go off. But today,
tap now for your free trial.
some old school Van Halen, Kiss Animalized, some old school Testament. Come on, folks. Only the good die young on Denver's top iconic rock. Raging in the simulation off of Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, and he alone born of a seventh son to a woman who's also a seventh son, and my uncle. It's Maiden. Oh no! The wisdom of ages. It's Bruce Dickinson stealing lyrics from Nancy Pelosi's diary. Have a new show where Henry Kissinger and George Soros sit in the back of a limo. James Corbin is their driver, and they find new world leaders to sing karaoke with. Those dudes are hella old. They're still alive? No, that's why Mitt Romney took that eyeball and adrenochrome shot. No, he has to stay alive to survive the end of the Trump presidency in the year 3034. When finally human governance foregoes and we find out that this country has been run by an AI for far longer than we would have conceived. And in order for you to accept that truth that human governance can no longer control human governance, we need to prove to you what kind of losers these politicians have always been. Mystery man, some innocent pawn in an endgame. One more stalemate. It's death, another birthday. Await, kiss your dreams goodbye. To the undead live within us and look through our eyes. Walking on water are miracles all you can trust. Measure your cup and does it measure up to your lust? So I think I'll leave you with your visions and your guilt. So until the next time, have a good sin. Only the good die young. All the evil seem to live forever. Only the good die young. All the evil seem to live forever. Only the good die young. Only the good die young. Remember when they predicted 65 million deaths from the coronavirus? We cured the flu. We cured the flu. In my lifetime, I thought I'd never see it. How about that? 30 minutes into Deeeeep Cuts. I have crowd favorites, Discovery, Deep Cuts, newly released, and artist only. I don't know what that means. And you can find that, and you can listen to DJ Phant0m all day.
Deadly sins, 7 ways to win.
That's right.
7 holy paths to hell.
This is the end of the album. They did the outro. It's the same as the intro.
7 downward slopes.
7 bloody hopes.
7 are your burning fires.
That's right.
7 your desires.
7, which look like the letter L, your desires, meaning you're desired for God. Fuck yeah, I'm ready for big fun. It's Lost Weekend by Rap. Stephen Piercy and the boys. You're moshing. Are you out there getting it wet in your free society? All around the world, no. This is your weekend to go out and get laid. If you're married, bang your wife. If you're not married, go out and find a young hussy. Or whatever you're into. The album's Infestation came out in 2010. Well, I'm liking that. No, I love being surprised. That's why I love stand-up. That's why I love magic. That's why I hate the media. I'm never surprised by how bad it is. I mean, technically, you're the one giving us the news. You better start telling the truth. I always have been. What is this show, WandaVision? I see the wrong people talking well about it, and that makes me never want to watch it. Not even to dip my toe in the WandaVision water. Is it worth it? Hit me up on Twitter, @JohnToll, and tell me if I need to be watching this. No, I do need to evolve. Evolution. RTO. 1993, folks. Where were you at in 1993? Were you born yet? I hope so. Off of strange highways. Don't we know what's good for the brain, folks? Some reverse evolution, according to Politico. Trump sends legal notice to the GOP to stop using his name. By Rachel Bate and Tara Palmieri. Senate is currently working its way through the final GOP amendments to President Joe Biden's pandemic relief bill after pulling an all-nighter debating changes to the document. They're entering into their 23rd hour of the Votorama series, according to when this was posted by Politico. Joe Manchin flexing his muscles. That forced Majority Leader Chuck Schumer to hold open a vote for more than 10 hours. Can you imagine having to work for 10 hours at $174,000 a year? Wait a minute. I do 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's 10 hours for 170. Where do I sign up? Where do I sign up? And I get to listen to Dio the whole time? And save humanity and America, one rock riff at a time from the future, using a time machine? Pancake, one more legacy artist, and we're going to go sit outside in the sun. I'm going to soak up the sun and tell all those ne'er-do-wells that I only have fun. This is a scoop. Trump sends cease and desist to the RNC, the NRCC, and the NRSC. Those are the three largest fundraising entities for the Republican Party, and they said, hey, you were not there to stand up for me when the election was stolen for me, so how dare you use my name right now to raise money for your bunch of laid-down, do-nothing rhino fuckfaces.
It has 48-hour protection and a plant-based moisturizer that cares for your skin.
The Constitution?
Protection
has 48-hour protection?
New Dove Men plant-based care.
New this month on Disney Plus.
So what's our plan?
Marvel Studios' The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
So no plan. Oh yeah, I can see it working.
Disney's The Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
And let's just get out there and have fun.
That's one way to do it.
Marvel Studios' WandaVision. All episodes now streaming.
I have everything under control.
Disney's...
Boy, I can't believe that the AI threw a WandaVision commercial just mere minutes after I mentioned WandaVision. What is going on right now?
And The Last Dragon, available for an additional fee with Premier Access. Sign up now at DisneyPlus.com.
No, and Mighty Ducks, no, I don't want Goldberg. I want Joelberg. I hope for you folks around the world who have not yet caught on to the greatest comedy show that has probably ever been live produced. Kill Tony is crushing it.
You can tuck it on the inside. You can throw it on the floor. You can wait it on the outside. Like you never did before.
You heard this? I'm in touch with your world. Yeah, that doesn't sound like Andrew Cuomo figuring out a whistle through his nipple rings, trying to get a new intern in there here to get it wet. Look, I'll bang you as long as you allow me to put this real data back in the senior citizen murder report. He said no. And what's going to happen to him? Nothing. What happened to Kevin Clansmith? Nothing. What happened to the people pushing the Steele dossier? Nothing. Except for McCain, he got it. Head over to the Facebook page at John Toll, at Real John Toll, and look at that sweet Neanderthal movie meme. And a note. You ever heard of Nosy? If you want to look like the Tin Man. No, it looks like the tip of an X-Wing fighter, but you put it over your nose. It's a HEPA filter. Or is that a HEPA filter? Which one is it? I'm not wearing it, so just tell me. So yeah, I'll find your inner moron. And for those of you who love what we're doing here day in, day out, or whenever you're listening, tell your friends. Bring them on board to the reality where we save humanity. Those of you people who love music, who can close your eyes and sway in the breeze with the dulcet tones of those birds chirping off in the distance. Never out of tune. Never out of time. Never shy, those birds. There they are, existing in their full birdness. Flying from tree to tree, which is existing in its full treeness. And there you are as a human, judging what is happening around you with your full, unfortunate humanness. So find out the simple level. Right now, on the front lawn of the compound here at 4256, I have... tulips or daffodils? I can't know. If it's tulips, I'll tell that joke, but if it's a daffodil, I have no idea. Anyway, they're just growing wild. That's what I know. Spring is right around the corner. I got those little purple flowers. Flowers are killing it up top. And that flower, in the fullness of that flower, and its full beauty, and its full bloom...
I want you to be mine, but I want you to feel free at the same time. To make no promises.
Dude, Eddie Money's not fucking giving you a pep talk right now to put on your running shoes and head out into the sunshine on a Saturday? Or whenever you hear this? No, you jog in the middle of the night.
You to be my girl. I didn't mean to be who you were.
On Denver's top iconic rock.
Guess this time in my life, I tend to hold on much too tight.
Off of Nothing to Lose. Pull together. No, all of us humans around the world need to pull together for the name of humanity. And make sure that we pump in enough pro-human, pro-freedom information into the AI so when it lands on its eventual plan for us anyways, maybe it has some compassion. In as much as we infuse our compassion and love for each other into our actual physical day, and then that data is hosed up, recirculated, turned sideways, and jammed up your candy ass. Then I'm telling you, dude, they're going to tell you, the AI is running the planet. That's the bad news. The good news, the face of the planet is the Iron Sheik. It's The Rock. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's the New Day. It's Coco Beware. It's Diamond Dallas Page. It's Jake the Snake. It's pandemonium. Freedom is nothing but pandemonium. So allow your freedom to open your heart center and take in Eddie Money's pep talk and head out there into the streets. Don't burn it down. Burn down those calories that keep you fat. No, it's the weekend because you got to get it wet, and it's hard to get it wet when you're super fat.
It's funny, but as time goes by, you think we'd love and learn. But I'm as afraid now as I was then. Just because we see the truth, it's not easier to hold. Just because we know it's hard, don't listen alone. I've been telling you forever. Let's pull together, walk, talk. Let's pull together, walk, talk. Let's pull together, walk, talk. Let's pull together. Let's pull together, both hearts through the fire. 'Cause sooner or later I can see us standing shoulder to shoulder. Gotta pull together two hearts, one desire. 'Cause sooner or later we can stand one another. Let's pull together. We gotta pull together.
Yeah, we got to pull together and get all your friends to listen to the show. And eventually, at some level, I will be able to pay this emergency room bill that I just got in the mail. Uh-oh. Where no insurance meets your ability to rage at a high level. Meets a middle-of-the-night hospital visit. Everything's fine. Except for this bill. Oh, I thought I was going to die, and I got this bill, and now I really think I'm going to die. Oh! Maybe the stimulus will come in. What's going to happen first? My listenership gets so big that I'm able to pay this bill, or the stimulus actually passes? Which one will happen first? if you do not turn more America, we're going to take our happy ass to Australia. At least I'll be around a bunch of people who know hardcore and they're Kiss fans, and they love stand-up. I already speak the language, kinda. Wolfson killing it on Twitter right now at Wolf Comedy with an E. Hang on, I didn't say that right. Rachel Wolfson, she's at Wolfie Comedy. WOLFIE Comedy. Men will literally get Joe Rogan tattoos before going to therapy. Yes. Hilarious. Humanity around the world are regaining their compassion, their senses, and their ethics, and they understand what was rushed upon us using lies and deception is easily broken down with a steadfast look into the horizon and saying, I don't care about this lying, lie-based narrative that you're putting out in front of us. Because the free people gathered here to listen to another free person talking about their freedom will never, never be curtailed around this world. Open the borders right now to everybody who's not a pussy. I'm ready. Deep ELO cuts off the Deep Cuts. How far are we into this current hangout here? We're at 53 minutes.
Pandora. Here's the deal. If you tap that banner, you'll get a free 30-day trial of Pandora Music with no ads. That means all your favorite stations with zero interruptions. At the end of your free trial, if you're digging ad-free music, sign up for just $5 a month. Half the price of other ad-free music services. Tap now for your free trial.
Your drive will never run out. You deserve monthly retirement income that does the same. In over 100 years, TIAA has never missed a payment. Guaranteed monthly income for life. Learn more at TIAA.org/neverrunout. Annuities issued by Teachers Insurance and Annuity Association of America, New York, New York. Guarantees subject to its claims paying ability.
Song called White Flags.
Little BOC action on a Saturday or a Sunday. When are you hearing this? Whatever day you're hearing this, time is not real. Jessica Michelle Singleton, found at JMS Comedy, there on Twitter, has released or has a pre-order right now on iTunes for a new country song. It drops on the 19th of March. You can get it for 69 cents. Get it? Nice.
Like the sky touches the sea. In my arms, no fear of falling. You can share my gravity. See how time will stop forever. The moment that our eyes do. Like the white flag.
See what the liars over at CNN are doing. The latest on the COVID-19 stimulus bill. CNN's Manu Raju, you're a hack, popped into the Senate chamber and said members were blurry-eyed, staring blankly into space on their iPads and phones and chit-chatting with their neighbors, or as Ruth Bader Ginsburg calls it, Monday. So the members looked exhausted and ready to move on. Chucky Grassley stood up and called for support of his amendments. Oh, Jerry Nadler said, why don't we just put suspenders on the amendments? Oh, these amendments are a myth. Several Republicans shouted out, quote-unquote, by voice, to speed up consideration, but the Democrats would not allow it. Virtually all senators are seen at their desks with rations. Why? First of all, can I ask you a question? Why does every school classroom in America look like a KFC in a bad neighborhood where you have 3-inch plexiglass in between you and the person next to you, and the people in front of you are now 6 feet in front of you, and you can't see the blackboard because it's a whiteboard, and the whiteboard has been deemed racist. Can you believe it? Anyways, and you can't see that either because you cannot see through 95 levels of plexiglass. Meanwhile, here, why don't we have this government sitting in COVID cubes? Why are we forcing children to go to... Nobody wants to reopen these schools, apparently, according to the teachers complaining on my Twitter feed. Here are these ne'er-do-wells forced to stay up late. A congressional lock-in, or is this the Senate? Who are these people? Some are popping into their cloakrooms. Rand Paul not wearing a mask because he's immune. And he will tell you that to no end. But the end is in sight. This is according there at CNN.com. But do you feel confident in what's going to happen? Do you feel like you're being fleeced or governed? Are you being led into greatness or being led to the slaughter? Well, first of all, you use the word slaughter, which has the word laughter in it, and you are not legally allowed to laugh. You're canceled. Now get in there and take a shower. Killing it. How about that?
You come out like a dancer.
Can I go back? Hold on.
Who's been leaping for her life.
Hold on.
You're tired of open and romancers.
The beginning of this song was something else. All right, well, I'm going to thrum it up and put it into the rotation.
You fall out like a window dresser. In your shorter shade of tire.
Jeez, I felt like I was in an elevator going somewhere. Boy, you don't just... folks, there's a certain tempo to life. There's a certain tempo to winning. No, Foreigner says the damage has been done. We've slowed down the tempo. We know you want up-tempo rock riffs, but this is the Deep Cuts.
Is there a reason for things that you say?
No?
The way you're treating me, all the games I won't play.
1977. Where were you? Were you burning down your room with your record player in 1977? What were you listening to? Kiss Alive? Rock and Roll Over? Foreigner was a constant hit. Then came the Motorhead, then came the Run DMC, the NWA. The Unleashed. The Bay Area Titans. Testament. Epidemic. Violence. Forbidden. Tyrannicide.
It's too late. The damage is done.
Hey, DFW, when it's time to re-emerge, will you come out like this? Or like this? Make your comeback with all-over confidence at Planet Tan, where you can totally transform yourself with sunbed or...
I'm glad this is called Planet Tan, because after the quarantine, I am the size of a planet.
Salons in town are ready and waiting for you. Planet Tan.
I had a tan in 5 beds.
All over joy. All over.
No, because you don't want to mismatch that shade cart, and all of a sudden you get uncanceled.
If it's time to sell your car, it's time to start at CarMax. Whether you're trading in, trading up, or moving on, start at CarMax before you go to the dealer. At CarMax, you'll get a custom offer on your car good for 7 days.
Dude, how far away are we away from putting dead bodies in the trunk of cars and just rolling them towards a dealership who then
and know where you stand.
gives you a free funeral?
Click the banner
They
now.
get to keep your car.
The way car selling should be.
You've signed away all your rights on a napkin. They had a 55-point plan for you. Manuela, run! It's Toto. I've never heard this. Let's check out these lyrics. Shoot you in your back with your own gun. Oh no. Don't hang your head, so the wise man said. A voice in the dead. You better run, run, man, well, run. They're gonna shoot you in the back with your own gun. You better run, run, man, well, run. Man, run. this. 1979, folks. Where were you? 1979. What was I listening to in 1979? A ton of KFRC. Dr. Don Rose Superfan. That's right. Was that a thing back then? Do we do deep cuts the entire? Do I switch categories? Discovery? Was that good? I mean, technically, if it's a deep cut you've never heard, what's the difference between that and something that you're discovering?
How'd you come up with all these elaborate backstories?
Glad you asked. I got help from a pro. My financial professional even explained how Nationwide Solutions could help Mr. Paisley retire early.
I'd spend more time with his pal Peyton, right?
I'm glad you feel that way.
It was remastered in 1991. Step right up and don't be shy. I'm going to fill you up. No, because it's the weekend and we're getting it wet. Whether you are just taking a break from your job or you're the governor, let's do it.
Step right up and don't be shy. Because you will not believe your eyes. She's right here behind the glass. You're gonna like her because she's got class. You can look inside another world. Oh no. You get to talk to a pretty girl. She's everything you dream about. Don't fall in love. She's a beauty.
I am in love with DJ Phant0m. I can't stay away. You 100% don't listen to the songs you're not listening to. The future is just going to be me hooked to a morphine drip. I'm wearing Elon Musk's mental helmet, and I'm just broadcasting into the future.
Everything you like. But you can't touch the merchandise. She'll give you every penny's worth. But it will cost you $1 first. You can step outside your little world. You can talk to a pretty girl. She's everything you dream about. Sing along, don't fall in love. She's a beauty, one in a million girls. One in a million girls. Why would I lie? Why would I lie? But don't fall in love. If you do, you find out she don't love you. One in a million girls. One in a million girls. Why would I lie? Now why would I
We're having a dog bark off in the neighborhood. I don't know what it is. Somehow, look, I love dogs as much as anybody. No, but every time I see a German Shepherd, I'm like, narc. I was raised on Hogan's Heroes. I see nothing. Was that Mexican Hogan's Heroes? That was the worst. Schultz. Little Triumph action. Somebody's out there clamoring for human freedom.
Is it fate or random chance? How can I decide? Are we victims of circumstance when destinies collide? All the odds are against you, but somehow you make it through. You can rationalize it away, but it all comes down to you. Half our lives we spend waiting for the knock upon the door. When it comes to defeat, the one that I've been waiting for. Somebody's out there somewhere, waiting for someone to come in. Somebody's out there somewhere, I will somehow be somebody somewhere. Someday. Hey, yeah. Standing in the shadows, hiding from the light. Reach out in the darkness and hold on for your life. All the fear of the future, all the loneliness inside. When the moment of truth arrives, hey, you can run but you can't hide. Somebody's out there somewhere, waiting for someone to come their way. Somebody's out there somewhere, I will somehow be somebody somewhere. Someday. I can feel it inside me. I've been holding on so long. Something's telling me something's got to give, 'cause the feeling's way too strong, too strong. Somebody's out there somewhere, waiting for someone to come their way. Somebody's out there somewhere, I'll make them mine. Somebody's out there somewhere, waiting for someone to come their way. Somebody's out there somewhere, I'll somehow be somebody somewhere. Someday somebody's out there somewhere. Someday somebody's
And we'll be back on Denver's Top Iconic Rock. Little Aldo Nova action? Under the gun? Not Kiss Under the Gun, but it's Aldo Nova. Sounds like Journey, huh? That's Boston. No, it's Aldo Nova. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
See the man riding high in the desert near the Rio Grande. He runs for his life, doesn't sleep, doesn't take time to understand.
1981. It's Deep Cuts with Whiskey the Surfer. According to Larry O'Donnell over there, quote, at Lawrence, breaking 50 to 49 COVID relief passed the Senate. What happens next? Somebody play that I'm Only a Bill Sitting Here song. Oh, love is like oxygen. Sweet. Sweet Rick Grinnell's Twitter feed. This is from Meduza, meduza.io. What's this? I don't know. They want notifications. Fuck. Amnesty International rescinds Alexei Navalny's prisoner of conscience status because of past hates. Oh no. Just like, show magic. You are finally able to prove in a court of law that you are a prisoner of the state's conscience, or you're a prisoner of your own conscience, which cannot knowingly go against the evils of the state. So the evils of the state trump up some charges, try to hem you up. Is this the guy they poisoned? What happened to this guy? I have a very flimsy knowledge. Alexei Navalny. Oh, he's a Russian lawyer. Wait, like Magnitsky, was it? Oh. Wait, what did this guy do? Russian opposition leader. Opposition leader, lawyer, and anti-corruption activist. He came into international prominence by organizing anti-government demonstrations, and then he ran for office. Don't do that. And then Antifa showed up and crashed his rally. 6 million YouTube subscribers. I'm too busy watching Kill Tony and Joe Rogan to get over this guy's YouTube subscription. This guy shit on Dmitry Medvedev. You tell Vlad I'll have more flexibility in my fourth term. Was he poisoned? Oh, here we go. August 2020, hospitalized in serious condition. He was poisoned with a nerve agent. Medically evacuated to Berlin and discharged 1 month later. And then that led a investigation against where they got it, who made it, and how did he get it. And you will find those answers in the Durham Report. The human rights organization Amnesty International has rescinded its decision to grant... Wait, why did International... Wait a minute. No, this guy gets poisoned by... Wait, hold on. Let's go through the mainstream media and how they feel. Russia, bad. Okay. This happens in Russia. Okay, bad. Well, at least he was saved because the UK has mandatory health care. So even though they tried to poison this dude, he was... No, they took him to Berlin. Where did I... What happened? You don't read the news. No, these stories are just rolled up scrolls in a bottle crashing upon the shore of your reality.
Sister Christian, oh, the time has come. And you know that you're the only one to say.
Anyways, just like these ne'er-do-wells have changed the definitions of racism, just like... what they've done is you have a crumbling system, which they believe if they label the entire crumbling institution as racism, it will further and speed up the eventual implosion of the How to Run the Cruise Ship of America manual is too thick. Streamline it down. Here's the problem. The people who are streamlining it down have deemed the Muppets dangerous. They've canceled Mr. Potato Head. They're canceling Dr. Seuss. Anything they don't like that goes against their globalist system is hate speech. Did you just say the word no? Well, in a global economy, yes, we hate you. Yes, we want to have you subsist as a slave for the minimum amount possible. And if you're one of those types that believe in standing up for yourself, the freedom of speech to assemble, and anything that resembles what made America great from the beginning, you're an enemy. And we will change the definitions of your reality. Don't think it's not happening. It's happened in the past, and it's happening right this second, folks. Guess what? The sun's still shining. You still got to go out and live your life. Enjoy that nature so much that the whole city turns around and enjoys nature together, and then they turn off these media sources selling the lies to keep the lie in place. Treat each other kindly. Love your neighbor. Treat others as you treat yourself. If you hate yourself, if that's your fundamental principle is hating yourself, then don't leave your house. If you love humanity and getting away, head on out there. Oh, there's a Senior Frogs waiting for you. Two-fisted till the very end. Tequila's happening. Cabo Wabo. So yeah, at one time, Amnesty International called this guy a prisoner of conscience. And because of quote-unquote problematic things that he said in his past deemed hate speech now, we canceled his newly fought freedom that we gave him and then took away. Is there such an amnesty for people who do not forgive and forgiveness? Are they just... I'm telling you, Operation Warp Speed is exposing the people who are here to hate other people in the guise of loving them. So what are we going to do to be so free here in the United States that all of a sudden the culture turns around in the summer of getting it wet and that spreads worldwide and then it seeps into the underground media that those hardworking Chinese people are existing under as they are under the thumb of a technocratic oligarchy in the name of stakeholder communism? They have a knife to their throats.
Sister Christian, oh,
When will they rise up against the 2,500 people that run the CCP? That's a question I want.
Okay. What your motor is?
No, I have 4 more countries to get into.
Yeah.
Cuba. And actually, I was there, and then my podcast was in my pocket. Technically, I'm in Cuba. Who else? Russia. Now, China, North Korea, Syria, Iran. But I have not a single algorithm yet in China. What's that? Oh, because they don't have Google?
What's it doing? Designing my new 2021 Nissan Kicks Online in the Kicks Color Studio. I give each a special name. This one's electric blue, orange, red, white. I call it the gumball machine.
Yeah, but where's it made?
I think it's me.
I feel like you're more of a red velvet guy.
Nope.
Limitless possibilities. With over 100 million available color combinations. And
if you're not drinking red velvet vodka, are you even out?
Nissan Kicks.
Having a good time late on a Saturday?
Bose is a registered trademark of the Bose Corporation. Color combinations include interior and exterior colors. Customization is an available feature subject to availability.
Leather exterior. Yes.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who make sure everyone
I'm Paul from seatbelts.com.
For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry.
Everybody has the right to freedom of expression. This right shall include freedom to hold opinions and receive and impart information and ideas without interference by public authority and regardless of frontiers.
For the ones who get it done.
The article shall not prevent states from requiring the licensing of broadcasting, television, or cinema enterprises. Podcasting gets to go under the undefined radar. Off of Pride, ladies and gentlemen. It's Vito Brado and the boys. It's White Lion.
Just a moment before our love will die. 'Cause
This album, oh my God, they just got canceled for being white lions. I cannot believe what is happening in the console culture.
just a moment, tell me why. 'Cause I can show you love that you won't deny.
So far, Deep Cuts or Discovery? Again, what's the difference? Buy physical albums, get the vinyl, go buy those laser discs, buy actual books, keep this media alive.
So if you go away, I know that I will follow. 'Cause there's a place inside my heart that tells me if only
This has been redefined as hate speech. I'm a father. I'm a he. A father something you could be. The one thing that doesn't exist points at the other thing that doesn't exist. I'm a mother. I am she. A mother something you could be and points down at the other thing that doesn't exist. Oh, wait, it was canceled because this is offensive.
Oh, my little pretty one.
Because the mom is holding a big, giant pile of wood ready to burn it down.
Will you make my motor run? My motor run. Got it coming off of the line. Give it up. Such a dirty mind.
Folks, if they're here to destroy the American dream through the fabric of culture, would you not do it via the family?
My Sharona. Come a little closer.
Hopefully this quarantine has allowed you to get in a better relationship with those loved ones around you. You only had a year to work on it. Oh, I had a year to work on my thighs, damn it. I was too busy being a good person and eating carbs. Fuck you nerds and all of your ilk. I want nothing to do with your chest milk. Remember, when you step across that veil, folks, your heart is going to be weighed on the scale of Thoth. And it better be as light as a feather. I cannot imagine a hate-laden heart would not be fat as fuck, dear God. That's right. Anyways, that was tweeted by Robbie Starbuck. I believe he's running for office there in Tennessee. I'm telling you, time is a flat circle. What rock riff are you raging in? Where are you in the world right now, and how old are you, and how long have you been paying attention to this song that we're both listening to? The ultimate and unique experience that all of us around the world can share together, the love of rock riffs, freedom, and humanity in the face of an encroaching totalitarian state. I'm trying to get too fat for the surveillance system. Wait, is that a person walking around without a mask? No, it's a planet. Okay. Well, what's it doing here? Never will I ever write another book about a cat, a hat, a fish, and a brook. My stories, my limericks, my telling did end. The mob crashed in and they took my pen. Now I won't be last, and I sure wasn't first, but the culture, this culture is evil. They're simply the worst. Horton stops listening to people who never want to be questioned. Humming? Do you realize that humming has been canceled? It's offensive to the bees that were made extinct. That's the noise I make when I'm playing tennis inside of the Oculus Quest 2. I like my forehand. Get it?
the Gypsy Queen.
Lightning smokes in the hill rise, like the man with the warning light, shouting loud you had better fly, while the darkness can help you hide. Trouble's coming without control, no one's staying has got a hold. Hurricane at the very least, in the words of the Gypsy Queen. Sign of the Gypsy Queen, pack your things and leave.
No, I don't want a Gypsy Queen. I want a Dairy Queen. Open up. It's summertime. Well, I want a Sunday I'm not supposed to be eating in a helmet. Oh, no, they just canceled Helmet Sundays because people with tiny heads were offended. I mean, people who were lactose intolerant were offended. People who were offended and were afraid of the sun were offended. The line was too long. They were offended.
Seems like the best defense.
You sold vanilla ice cream in 2021. Canceled.
No one could ever stop it now. Show the cards of the Gypsy.
How ridiculous are we going to go down this rabbit hole?
Sign of the Gypsy Queen, pack your things and leave. Word of a woman who knows. Take all your gold and your gold. Shadows moving without a sound from the hold of the sleepless town. Evil seems to be everywhere. Heed the spirit that brought despair. Trouble's coming without control. No one's staying that's got a hold. Hurricane at the very least, in the words of the Gypsy Queen. Sign of the Gypsy Queen, pack your things and leave. Word of a woman who knows. Take all your gold and your gold. Sign of the Gypsy Queen, pack your things and leave. Word of a woman who knows.
According to Trumpeteer 14 there on Twitter, it says the Senate passed the COVID relief bill that will put another round of $1,400 stimulus checks if you qualify in Americans' pockets and extend the $300 weekly unemployment benefits. The rest will go to illegal aliens and Chinese-backed colleges and farmers and ranchers that are not white. That was a very specific tweet. When are we to start looking at... Shut up! No, certainly, humanity as a whole, not divided by divisive categories. Isn't it that simple? We're going to come together. We're already together. We're on this planet. We can't go anywhere unless Elon lets us.
The committed provider you expect.
So be a committed provider to freedom, joy, and human happiness. Start here in your heart center. Spread it out to your friends and loved ones. Then it starts in your house. Then it spreads to your neighbors. Are you waving to all of them? Are you supporting your local businesses? Are you over tipping?
Pandora. Here's the deal. If you tap that banner, you'll get a free 30-day trial of Pandora Music with no ads. That means all your favorite stations with zero interruptions. At the end of your free trial, if you're digging ad-free music, sign up for just $5 a month. half the price of other ad-free music services. Tap now for your free trial.
Raging in the Simulation on Denver's top iconic rock. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday night. No, it's a house party. I've broken every single level of quarantine. We're raging in the simulation. No, it's madness. Pass me another wine cooler. You're moshing.
Father wears his Sunday best. Mother's tired, she needs a rest. The kids are playing up downstairs. Sister's sighing in her sleep. Brother's got a date to keep, he can't hang around. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house in the middle of our house. It has a crowd. There's always something happening, and it's usually quite loud. Our mum, she's so house proud.
Remember we used to have streets before, remember then they came and took the guns away? They came and took the ammo away? And the only thing we had an abundance of was concrete. And that's what it took to win back America. Oh, we're going to burn it down and you can't get to it. What do you think about that?
Father gets up late for work. Mother has to iron his shirt. Then she sends the kids to school. Sees them off with a small kiss. She's the one they're going to miss in lots of ways.
Oh, there it is, past 50 to 49. They're all standing around stroking each other's dicks. Look what we did. We enriched all of the people who fund this job. We got our piece. You don't believe in us?
Father wears his Sunday best.
What if Joe Biden's going to veto this and everyone's going to shit their pants?
Stop playing up downstairs.
No, I'm not paying for this progressive wish list.
Brother's got a date to keep, he can't hang
You watch people just splinter their brains. I voted for $2,000 on second one. Well, shut up.
Our house in the middle of our street. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house in the middle of our house was our castle and our king. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house, that was where we used to sleep. Our house in the middle of our street.
Queen calls for unity ahead of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's controversial interview. That doesn't look like the Queen, though. Was this an old picture? Is she on that stuff that Mitt Romney's eyeballs on? Raging in the simulation. No, poor Mitt Romney has to get his black eye down, but he does not want to offend his vegan constituents by using a cold steak. Plus, Marie Osmond's chained up in the corner of his sex dungeon, and she's gnawing on that raw steak, get it? What's the Twilight Zone?
Sirens in my head, wrapped up in silence, all circuits are dead. Can't be cold, my whole life spins into a frenzy. Sing along. Am I stepping into the twilight zone? This is a madhouse, feels like being cold. My ethos can move down the moon and star. Where am I going now that I've gone too far?
Tom Tillis here, a senator in North Carolina, says the reality is we still have more than $1 trillion of unspent funds from the previous COVID relief bill, which is why I co-introduced a $650 billion relief plan.
Destination unknown, double-cross messenger, all alone. Can't get no connection, can't get through, where are you? Well, the night weighs heavy on his guilty mind. This far from the borderline. When the hitman comes, he knows damn well he has been cheated.
When the bullet hits a nipple ring.
When the bullet hits the bone.
How hard is that bass riff? You don't have a tab collar? Live goldfish in your shoes? Raging down the sidewalk? You got an 8-ball in your pocket? You got an ounce in the other? You got a Glock 9mm and a hat with a feather in it? You're headed down to hang out with all your boys. You've never been freer. Even the cops fear you. They've been paid off. Your neighborhood is safe. It's free of trash. Why isn't it that way now? Purposeful destruction of economic zones to then lower the value so that people can scoop in and buy those properties at a cheaper amount. And whatever they can't do that to, they get it via eminent domain. So, again, like they changed the definition of everything, they call it a COVID bill. 91% does not go towards COVID. Is it really a COVID bill? Shouldn't it be 91% COVID, 9% bullshit? Is this their last bite at the apple? Are they going to try to lock us down again? Dr. Fauci's going to flip-flop for his 95th time? Certain levels of sunscreen are known to have people with... Here's a statement I agree with from Critical Thinking 101. Turning down anxiety medication doesn't make you anti-drug, but turning down any vaccine makes you anti-vaccine. Have you noticed that? Again, the changing of definitions across the board look this way while we change 10 definitions you don't know about. You're gonna know it. Oh, this song just got canceled because it references bullets. No, and it references bones, which is offensive to the human beings we have kept alive via digital slavery.
this is your apartment. I need some favors from you. Your cat keeps rubbing against the kitchen island, and I can't return the favor. Can you give her extra pets for me? After that, could you bundle your renters and car insurance with Geico? We could save money, and it's easy to do online. And one last thing. Could you leave the TV on during the day? I need to catch up on my soaps.
Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com today.
Okay.
Small businesses need internet at the best value, but finding that takes time. Save time and just call Spectrum Business. The best internet and phone at a price that could cut your bill in half. Call Spectrum Business, 855-872-5588.
When was the last time this was on here? Little Kaja Gugu. Too much eye to eye on Denver's top iconic rock. Am I still walking down the street? Feather in my hat, Glock. I got half an 8-ball and half an ounce. But the neighborhoods never look better.
Tired of short request to even try. Try a little harder. Something's wrong and not naive. You must be stronger. Ooh, baby, try. Hey girl, move a little closer. You're too shy, hush, hush.
Background singer. Everybody.
You're too shy, hush, hush, I do I. Too shy, hush, hush, I do I. Too shy.
Florida man speeds at 100 miles an hour, told officers he had business at the Ritz. Taco was playing there. They were putting on the Ritz. I had to show up. Florida woman attacks her roommate for playing Chic's La Freak over and over on a loop. They got a Deep Bag Award. Find out what that is. Here's an addendum to the previous story. The guy speeding to the Ritz was wearing one sock, boxers, and an undershirt. Well, we did that one. Florida man assaulted by cat tossing roommate. It's an AOL. It has to be true. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Take a deep breath, folks. Now we are landing. And we have taken off. We have broken through the stratosphere, the atmosphere. We are in space, floating in the simulation. And how do you feel about it? Do you have your space helmet on? Do you have your oxygen tank on? Are you growing potatoes and shit to stay alive?
Standing there alone, the ship is waiting, all systems are go. Are you sure? Control is not convinced, but the computer has the evidence. No need to abort. The countdown starts. That's right. Watching in a trance, the crew is certain, nothing left to chance. All is working, trying to relax. Up in the capsule, sent me up a drink. Jokes, Major Tom. The count goes on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless.
Are you existing in the overview effect of what it is to be a planetary citizen? A one planet, not a one world. Defined by people who are bad at apparently defining things as of late. Too complex, where we need simplicity to save humanity in the face of the anti-human AI. Maybe.
Second stage is cut. We're now in orbit. Stabilizers up. Running perfect. Starting to collect. Requested data. What will it affect when all is done? Thinks Major Tom. Back at ground control. There is a problem. Go to rockets full. Not responding. Hello, Major Tom. Are you receiving? Turn the thrusters on. We're standing.
I heard rocket school is what Andrew Cuomo calls his intern program.
4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling, calling. Across the stratosphere, a final message. If my wife, my love, then nothing more. Far beneath the ship, the world is mourning. They don't realize he's alive. No one understands, but Major Tom sees how the light commands. This is my home. I'm coming home. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, coming home. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, coming home.
Florida man gets his epic mullet critiqued as a unicorn by Blake Shelton. How dare he? Kid's 22. He had 4 judges on The Voice. And I'm locked out of my free article, so then that's all you get. FBI swarms Fort Lauderdale neighborhood with a terrorism task force. Oh no. This is the safest wet t-shirt contest I've ever snuck into. Squad of armored FBI agents converged on a quiet neighborhood in Fort Lauderdale this week and arrested an avowed right-wing radical known for boasting about weapons and threatening violence. This guy was indicted by federal grand jury for being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm. All right, that one happened. Oh boy, this guy's in the deep part of the internet. It's ignorance. From from Sacred Reich. Without Sacred Reich, you would not have Death Squad. Without Death Squad, you would not have BC Death Squad. Without Sacred Reich, you would not have the hardest riffs from the 80s. Dave McClain and the boys. I was in the hallway when Dave McClain auditioned for Machine Head. Who else was there? The dude from the Spuds was there. Hearing those iconic drum parts and then the new stuff that came rolling, oh my god. True Rage Against the Simulation. On Denver's top iconic rock, it's Whiskey and the Surfer. Saturday, you're getting it wet in a circle pit. This is strange. Read this article. It's at the Sun Sentinel. This guy's on video on his BitChute showing off a couple of haters. He's saying completely offensive things. When I heard early in the day, he was seen laughing wearing a Trump supporter hat. No, I mean, you can't trust anything that the media is telling to unless you know the full social media output of the people being put in front of them. That made no sense. Carrying evidence out of his house. Uh-oh. No, I'm defending my house with a cat. Ex-con accused of using a cat to assault a 73-year-old Florida man. What a pussy. Oh. That's a long tale I don't want to hear. Oh. You ever heard of a domestic short-hair terrorist? Oh. Oh, my cat just said we need to cancel all vets. No, not the soldiers, the place where he gets his shot. Sorry, I had to take a jab at it. Oh. 56-year-old ex-con was arrested Monday after striking her 73-year-old male pal. Remember you used to have a pen pal? This is not a male pal in the way you think of it. She struck her she's 56. Struck her 73-year-old male pal with a cat following an argument there in Largo. Threw the pair's cat on the victim's face, causing the cat to scratch.
Sum up McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich in one word.
Cat scratch fever worthy?
Juicy. And tender.
Oh.
Okay, it's crispy
so
chicken.
tender. I threw it in a blender. With blender.
Also pickle. Oh, and potato bun, which is 2 words. Okay, we can't sum up our new crispy chicken sandwich in 1 word, so...
Potato bun, a little too close to St. Patrick's Day. You're going to get canceled for your anti-Irish bigotry. Said no one ever.
Anyone who knows me knows I love fresh guacamole, which is exactly how my friend got me to switch to Aldi. She's like, they have the best avocados.
Yeah,
and
how
it's like, so They cost less, but are
cheaper than Winco.
And she said Aldi's produce is delivered fresh daily.
But the teats right down the street.
My fresh
I'll
salad.
pay more money for the convenience.
Peppers and spring mix at Aldi. It's a produce fiesta up in my kitchen. Friends don't let friends pay too much for fresh produce. Aldi, shop differently.
Yeah. Cold steel, ladies and gentlemen. It's nuclear assault off of Game Over. Yeah, you're moshing. I've written that riff 95 times. It's game over for you when you get a cat thrown at your face. Especially a cat that you own. Accused of hitting the alleged victim directly in the left side of his face, the cop said the victim had visible injuries on his right knee and his foot as well. Declined to speak after being read her rights. There was also an unspecified indication of drugs and alcohol use at the time of the alleged incident, which occurred around midnight. No weapons were seized. According to the smoking gun, her rap sheet includes battery, prostitution, 5 years in prison following a 2005 conviction for beating up a cop. And then she did a 1-year stretch for evading the cops. You have one choice. I can fucking beat you up or run away from you. According to 1051thebounce.com, Teabag, a woman attacks her roommate for playing the same song over and over and over on a loop. Is there a more fitting song than this to freak out over? 53, this lady lived with her cousin there in Clearwater. Earlier this week, she lost it when the cousin would not stop blasting the same song over and over and over and over and over again on the loop. It was Chic's 1978 disco hit, La Freak. She shoved her 64-year-old cousin into a makeshift tiki bar they set up. It's going to be the summer of all fucking summers. The first thing we need is a tiki bar. Why'd you need a tiki bar after yourself? And now you've locked me out of the house and La Freak is playing on? Well, there's a gig at 5th and Main. I'm going to take the bus. I'm going to take the train. Then I'm stage diving into this tiki hut that we built together, ranging in the simulation in TRI. Off of Thrash Zone. The first CD I ever owned. I already owned it on cassette. What? Let's go. Side to side action. You're moshing in the simulation. Hell in the pit. Tomorrow they know. May not come. Banging and moshing like they don't give a shit. To the rapid beat of the drum. Yeah! A pussy in your forehead. A knee in your face. Your nose and lips. Start to bleed like a wild Indian from outer space. Drunk and high on weed. No, I identify as a drunk Indian from outer space. No, Kurt Breck was very present. The door seems so fucking loud. People walking on the ground. Got it off the X-Tax. Breaking back the steps and back. Something against a flashing pit. This is why you're getting hit. Dude, ship is left and right. Skin us in another fight. Backing hands and broken jaws. you're mushing. Cousin fell through the bar, landed face first on a speaker, and ended up with a black eye. Mitt Romney, most wounded. What was Mitt Romney doing at a tiki bar? He was sharing a Mai Tai with Tom Cruise. I mean, Ted Cruz.
Yeah! Then you start crashing like never before. Sticks diving and walking like mad. Doing your thing all over the floor. The best time that you've ever had. You're hurt all over but can't feel a thing. Not until the next day. Then you wake up, stiff as a board, and the pain won't go away.
Now, there will be a day, folks, when the pain will not go away and you will only have the presence of your breath. And even in that full feeling, you will be fully present. How about the guy who went 100 miles an hour because he had to go to the Ritz-Carlton? I had to take a leak. I was going to shit my pants if I didn't find a Dunkin' Donuts. Fuck yeah. Of unsound mind. It's Metal Church. Raging in the simulation. Yeah, let's go. How about this? It's Hellstar. It's Hacker's Tale. Enjoying this so much I forgot we had to do stories. Damn it. March 20th at the Dojo of Comedy, the Comedians of the Compound. Bird Cubia, Visconti Bear, Patty Dixon, Larry Bayan, and Bobby Tamburoo. 2 shows, 7 and 9:30, folks. How about that? Comedy is back. It's opening up. America is opening up. It's Carcass. You're moshing. Yeah, let's go. It's Holy Terror. A 100-mile-an-hour riff told officers this guy had business at the Ritz. He is resting Mark Cuban face. Florida man was arrested Sunday after speeding through a crash site and telling officers he did so because he had business at the Ritz-Carlton. This guy's 24, arrested and faces multiple charges of aggravated assault on a police officer, possession of cocaine, drug equipment possession, and a DUI. 10:41 in the nighttime. Guy's in his Beamer. He's going to Hondo in a 45. Sped around a barricade of cones and a marked patrol car with its emergency lights activated. Able to catch up with the car, pulled it over, and found that this guy to be the driver with a baggie of white powder in plain sight. I'm taking rails right on the dashboard right now. No, I'm telling you, dude. First of all, I love the way my cocaine, my car, and Corinthian leather smells. No, literally, it is the only flavor town I'll ever experience. Placed in a patrol vehicle and had trouble responding to officers. He would also grunt sexual noises when officers would walk by him. Oh boy, here we go. He became sarcastic with authorities and saying, "This is how we're doing this," unquote. I donated to the police league. Do you know who I am? This guy told the cops he wanted to speak with a female officer, swung on. The officer questioned this guy further about why he was speeding. He said the officer, he was leaving his house to go to the Ritz-Carlton. He had quote-unquote business to do. Later taken to the Sarasota County Jail. Well, don't do that. But you obey all laws. No, I don't speed. I pay my Uber driver to speed. Good question posed by Mr. Todd Jeffries there at KLBJ-AM in Austin. When will Joe Biden speak? He was just handed a $1.9 trillion win. When is he going to address this nation? No State of the Union. Every time he wants to take a question, they fade to black on him. And here he is. He's just, and I'm telling you, this guy, he's going to have a senior moment. Pay attention closely. It is going to be Kamala Harris reaching in the back of his jacket, signing the thing for him. And would CNN say anything different?
Now with Taco Bell's app, you can build a box filled with your favorites for just $5. Personally, I go with the chalupa.
What? You mean Crunch Wrap Supreme? Plus that beefy 5-layer burrito?
Perhaps you meant bean burrito.
Dude, we're so close to a future where you could go down to the mall, the good mall, and pay $5 for a Build-A-Box.
Build your own cravings box.
No,
Exclusively
that's right. No.
with the Taco Bell
It is a internet-driven fleshlight.
Limited participating U.S. locations for
that you live in.
The Taco Bell app.
You've never felt better.
Prices and participation which vary. Drinks exclude freezes.
Good news, you have to clean it. Bad news, you're your own battery.
What you doing? Designing my new 2021
Making
Nissan
things up.
online in the Kicks Color Studio. I give each a special name. This one's electric blue, orange, red, white. I call it the gumball machine. You think it's me?
I feel like you're more of a red velvet guy.
Limitless possibilities. With over 100 million available color combinations and Bose Personal Plus system in the boldly new 2021 Nissan Kicks. Bose is the registered trademark of the Bose Corporation. Color combinations include interior and exterior colors. Customization is an available feature subject to availability at participating Nissan dealers. See dealer for details.
Wow. Atrophy off of socialized hate. I definitely burned down this cassette in my car. It's Atrophy. With a hole-in-one. How about that? Let's see, tomorrow night, Sunday, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, there on the Wicked Tuna Facebook page for a live Q&A. With FV Fat Tuna. That's right, Captain Bob Cook. Ask your questions. What's the biggest tuna you've ever had? Get it? What is that? Or is this 91? When did Atrophy Socialized Hate come out? Atrophy Socialized Hate. 88 on Roadrunner. Arizona raging. Then we got some Sacred Reich. We got some Atrophy. Now for the trifecta, we need the Northside Kings. Or JFA. As aforementioned previously in the show, off of Forbidden Evil, it's forbidden.
resist an evil touch. You deceive on us. Sunday's prayers, love truth. Will we dare to live the truth? What I see is an kiss. Conservation makes a list. Pass around your money plate. Gather round to fill a date. Welcome to the Church of Lies. That's right. Those will die. A breeze will cry. Man will hide. Welcome to the Church of Lies.
CNN, the Church of Lies. NBC, the shittier Church of Lies.
What? Wait to be lost in the Lord. Tell us the blood. Here, let's go.
This is circle pitting madness.
Faithful priest, an evil man, mark of death, fills his hand, black and white, turns to gray, in blasphemy, he will pray, deceived by religion, he will see, run in panic, he will flee, out of heaven, he will fall, victory is death it all, welcome to the Church of Lies, souls will die, it reaches a cry, man will die, welcome to the Church of Lies.
I will never be able. Practicing at Jackson Street Studios. Oh my God. As far as I know the history, in that one hallway, Machine Head, Powerhouse, and a soon-to-be leaving Counting Crows. We had the upstairs and the downstairs rooms. No, I'm going to the basement where my riffs will be better, and they weren't. Skolnick had his own room at the end of the studio. The end of the hallway. I know there were other bands in there. Hold on. Let me think. Let's go.
Talking tongues out of mind. It's his truth. You will find the evil way is lose control. Satan's life will be your toll. Church of good, living sin. Now the stuff of men. Out good, we're still in fright. We're on the sick. See the light. Chalice of blood. Wait to be lost. Chalice of blood.
Is this the hardest band to ever come from Fremont?
You're all welcome to the Church of Lies.
It's violence. Bodies on bodies. How many times did I see these two? Dear God. At the stove raging. Rob Flynn. Bill Devil. Shawnee Killian.
Good.
Night's Angel of Death with an E. Off Hellstar. Off of Sins of the Past. Let's go. Very Iron Maiden. Little Susie and the Banshees. Cities in Dust.
We found you lying.